Hey guys, it's Meme. If you've been around my channel any length of time, you have probably seen this tool that I created ages ago to help me know what mats I wanted when making a card. It's just a quick little reference guide so that I can see the size of the card and the mats I want to apply, and each one has the measurements written on it to make things quick and easy for me, right? Well, over the years, so many of you have said you should have done this in multiple colors, and I agree, and let me show you why. Let's say I want a card this size, and I don't want to do an 1/8 of an inch mat. Instead, I want to do a 1/4 of an inch mat. I left myself with only white on top of white to see the difference. So we have an upgrade. We've got a 2.0. So let me show you the difference. This is my A2 cuts, and doing them in color, they're so pretty. I have to get them lined up. They look like this. Isn't this pretty? So now what I can do is I can put down my base size of my card and say I want to skip the 1/8 and do a 1/4 of an inch border. I can lay this one on and see what it's going to look like with a 1/4 of an inch. Or if I want to change it and maybe go down 2 sizes, I can grab this one and I can see what my mats will look like before I go to cutting and building my card. I also can see how it looks if I want to keep stepping down. See, if I just keep going, I can do these little guys, and then if I want to add back, which is pretty cool too, I just can see or visualize the mat so much easier by having this little tool handy and ready to go. So if I wanted a lot of little different mats and frames, this helps me achieve that. Now, I've done this in color in A2, but I also went ahead while we were at it and we did it in 5x7, and I want to show you. I think this is really cool. Now, I did mix up my colors here, or do a couple in the same color. No big deal, because you won't really lay them together necessarily. And I was doing this to use up my scraps from the scrap bin. I didn't want to cut full sheets of paper. So that's why some of these are different cardstocks and things like that. But how cool is this to have this reference? Here's your 5x7, and maybe you want to see what it looks like if you have like a 1/2 of an inch border all the way around. That's more of a 1/4 of an inch, isn't it? But isn't that pretty? It's a neat little tool to be able to see the mats before you do the work. And honestly, I really think you could just keep going down and down and down and have a little bitty stack here so you can have focal points and things like that. I think that'll be 3.0. I think that's what I'll do then. All right, you guys, I wanted to show you this because you might just want to make one of these for yourself. We're going to put in the description of this video the measurements you need to make this happen, so you can make them for yourself, and then you'll just have this close at hand at your desk whenever you're making cards.